I bought an old house that I renovated a bit and moved into. At first, everything was fine, and I really loved living there, but one night when I woke up feeling thirsty, I went to the kitchen to get some water, and it seemed like someone was standing there. But when I turned on the light, I didn't see anyone. I thought my eyes were playing tricks on me and went back to sleep. That was the day when the strange phenomena began occurring in the evenings. Another night, as I was getting ready to go to bed, one of the glasses fell off the dining table. I didn't think much of it since I remembered putting it pretty close to the edge of the table. Then, at one point during the night when I woke up, I had the feeling that someone was watching me, but no matter how I looked around the room, I didn't see anything. So, I went back to sleep. The next morning, I found scratch marks on one of the walls. This scared me a little since no one else was in the house, just me. I started to wonder what could have happened and began talking about it with someone at work. One person suggested that I might be sleepwalking and that could be the reason. They advised me to get some cameras to make sure I wasn't accidentally sleepwalking due to the changed circumstances. When I got home, I ordered the cameras to be sure, but it would take at least 3 days for them to arrive. The night before I planned to go to sleep, I checked around the house to make sure everything was alright, but as I passed the dining table, one of the glasses fell again, this time right in front of my eyes. The glass was almost in the middle of the table and flew off and shattered. I had only heard about such things in stories, I had never experienced anything like it. I was quite scared. As I approached, I saw that there was nothing there, so I cleaned up the glass shards and took the trash out. When I turned back, it seemed as if someone had moved the curtain at one of the windows. I was sure someone was in my house, so I quickly went over to confront whoever it was, but when I got to the room, no one was there. This room was close enough to the entrance where I would have seen anyone leaving. I tried to find hiding places where someone might have concealed themselves, but there was no one there. Since it was getting late and I had to work the next day, I decided to go to sleep. Nothing else happened that night. The next evening, I checked when my package would arrive and saw that it would be delivered the next day. I thought to myself that I would finally get some answers. That night, I walked around the house again before going to bed, but nothing happened this time. I lay down in bed and fell asleep. In the middle of the night, I woke up feeling cold and didn't understand why. My blanket was missing. When I left the bedroom, I found my blanket in the middle of the living room. I went over to get it, but as I started back to the bedroom, it felt like something grabbed the blanket and pulled it back. I held on tightly to the blanket and pulled back, as if I managed to free it from whatever was holding it. After that, I quickly went back to the bedroom and shut the door behind me. I was so sleepy that I almost immediately dozed off again. When I woke up in the morning, I saw that the bedroom door was open again, even though I clearly remembered closing it. But I was glad because the cameras were arriving that day, and I was free to set them up right away. When the cameras arrived, I got to work and set them up all around the house. That night, something happened to me that I never would have expected. I woke up to someone choking me. When I opened my eyes, an unknown woman was sitting on me, choking me with both hands. I was covered up and she was really putting all her strength into it. I managed to push her off and quickly got out of bed, but when I looked back, there was no one there. I quickly gathered a few things and decided to stay at a hotel. The footage clearly showed the woman appearing in the middle of the room, pulling the blanket off me, sitting on me, and then starting to choke me. Even to this day, I don't know who or what that was. Nothing like this has ever happened in the area to suggest it could be the spirit of a returning killer, but one of my acquaintances said it might be a wandering spirit. In any case, we blessed the house, and since we did that, nothing like this has occurred again, which I'm very glad about because I love this house.